What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and there has been a hotfix update to the game that released the exact same day as the Week 6 challenges, but you may not have even known that this existed, because the item that they hotfixed, which was only one thing, right? They didn't vault anything, they only unvaulted one item, and they never even really announced what they did, is something that is sitting there in the game with such a high rarity that you hardly ever find it unless you're someone who actively is fishing in the game. That is right, they unvaulted an item from the game, but they made it super rare everywhere except from the fishy pools in the water. Now, what is this rare item? What is this insane item over here that we're like, guys, you may not have even seen this in your match? Well, it is the smart lock-on pistol. They added to the game a while ago, right? This was a pistol that, you know, whenever you would aim in at someone, you'd be able to actually charge up your actual lock-on in order to make it so you were guaranteed to actually hit that person regardless of whatever was going on, right? It was a whole entire unique little weapon in the game that a lot of people, you know, related to Titanfall because Titanfall had the whole lock-on system for pistols and everything, but it was a cool weapon to see in the game. And, you know, it didn't really make too much sense to see it in this season. I did notice, you know, when the updates and everything came out, it looked like there was a file that got updated relating to it, but I assumed it was just some old data or whatever else and wasn't actually going to return, but it was the actual item that returned to the game. And now it's not like this is an item that's only from fishing, right? I know I said, hey, you know, this item is a fishing item. You're only going to really find it from fishing, and the reason why is because how the actual data is you have a 7% weight of actually finding it from floor loot, a weight of 7% from chest, and a weight of 7% from supply drones, but you have a weight of 15% for actual fishing spots. And to explain how weights in the game works, basically the higher weight, the more likely you are to actually see that item. It doesn't mean you have a 7% chance though, it doesn't mean you have a 15% chance. What it means is compared to all the other items, this one's going to either be more common or less common. If an item has a weight value of 100%, you are going to find it 100% of the time. You know, you're going to find it from every single chest because it has the highest weight possible. But because of how many different items have different weight values, it doesn't mean that everywhere you look, you're going to be actually finding that 15% of the time. So if we go over here and we go ahead and start fishing, I wonder if we're going to be able to actually get this item or if it's going to take way too long. We're going to actually find out here because I do want to use it in the game, but we start off and get ourselves a pistol, or it's not even a pistol, but an SMG, get ourselves some fish, right? This is the thing. It's 15% of a chance to actually get it, but we are getting tons of other things. We're not actually even getting the main item in the game. And also, I'm kind of curious here, do we even have the, like, pro fishing rod anymore? I haven't seen it in ages. Maybe that's just because I don't really fish too much, but I'm confused if the pro fishing rod is really in the game or not, right? And I'm just trying to make some little small talk here while I keep fishing. But yeah, as you can see, 15% drop rate, right? But we're not really finding it anywhere when we have the major goal of finding this pistol. And there's someone behind me, so I might have to turn around and quickly eliminate them. If we could get this fish real quick though, that would be great. Please and thank you. Is that the pistol? Nope, that is a Ranger pistol. Not what I was looking for, but hey, you know, I guess it works at the end of the day. Is this a Thunderburst SMG? It is. All right, let's go ahead and complete the challenge real quick. Go ahead and eliminate some people over here. And then we got to continue the fishing grind, right? You know, we got to go ahead and get ourselves the magical thing. Oh wait, we actually got him with the last shot. All right, but we have to get the lock-on pistol. It is a super low spawn rate though, right? I might not even get it. I mean, look at over there. We have so many fishing spots. Oh. Okay, so about the super small spawn rate, we actually managed to get it here, but as you can see, the lock-on pistol with the little reticle circle and everything else, we managed to finally get it from fishing here, but it is something that is super rare, to the point where I had to go through multiple fishing little spawn points to actually go ahead and get it once. Most of the other time, you're going to find normal common items like the Ranger pistol and everything, so it's not like it's going to be the most insane item to actually find in your match that you're going to be finding in a game-breaking amount of time, right? You know, you're not going to be finding it 24/7, and I almost want to go over there to the other fishing spots and see how many times I can actually pick this up. One thing I gotta admit about fishing though, while we're over here, the ripple effects for the actual fishing spots, they look so much more modern. Have they always looked this clean? Because I swear, for the longest time, they didn't have this whole entire like bubbly effect, right? It was just kind of the ripple going outwards or whatever, and it felt a lot more like white coloring or whatever. Maybe that is just me not fishing for a long time, right? You know, ever since they kind of made the collection book for fishing not really exist in the files anymore, it hasn't been a focus for me because, you know, I have no reason to go ahead and collect all the fish in the game, but it does feel a lot nicer in some ways, right? You know, and I know that's not really an important thing. It's just kind of like, hey, you know, I'm looking here, I'm trying to fish up another lock-on pistol and everything else, but I do really notice now that I'm up close to it, you know, this is something that maybe not too many people appreciate about the game or whatever. Those are some really nice effects, right? It doesn't really change the game or anything. It's not a game breaker or game changer, but they're nice effects to actually look at. And I also want to mention that the whole entire time I've been saying all this, we fished up every little fishing spot on the right side, and we have not found another lock-on pistol. That is how rare this is. And keep in mind, fishing spots are the most common place where you actually find them, and we have a lot of fish. We have a lot of fish. And you know what, actually, let's go ahead and see. Can we get a pro rod, or is it literally just normal rods the whole way? Yep, I'm going to go ahead and fish on this side a little bit here and see if I can actually get the actual lock-on pistol again. If not, we'll go ahead and try finding some of the enemies over there. Hopefully they don't see me while I'm doing this. All right, this is the final fishing spot right here over in the area I'm at. So if we don't get it from here, wow, okay, yeah, we did not get it at all from any of those fishing spots. That just shows how rare this thing is, where even if you're trying to go for it because, you know, you have the fishing rod and everything else, you might get really lucky and get it a lot of times. Like, you know, I got it once, which I think was pretty lucky of me already. Or you might end up in a odd situation where you just don't get it at all. But Jesus, 100 damage and a llama right there. Okay, hold on. Wait. You know what? Maybe this is a good reason it is rare. Oh, you know, I was about to be like, we got to test the weapon, figure out if it does good damage or not. I haven't used the lock-on pistol in a long time, but, you know, I feel like it wasn't this good before. I feel like before, you know, it was not one or two shotting people like this, right? You know, I gotta test it some more, right? Go ahead and shoot him through the tree. 106 damage just from one half of the clip. Hold up. This is actually, you know what? I was gonna complain and be like, you might not even have known this item was enabled in the game or whatever, but just boom, you know, Hawk just eliminated like that. And of course, you don't even have to like do the lock on. You can just shoot like normal. But man, you know, I feel like I complained about this weapon on this channel before. Did I? It's gotta have changed since then, right? Because this feels way too powerful. You know, at first I was going to be like, hey guys, you probably didn't even know this was enabled in the game. You know, it's not worth it or whatever else. You know, it's not going to do the most damage, but it is packing quite a punch here. So I actually want to go over here and get some more damage dealt on some enemies to figure out how this is actually working, right? To figure out how well this is against people, right? I wish the range was a little bit longer so I could just super long range everyone, but we have a huge group of people here. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Oh, I didn't even mean to hit that person. Okay, you know, I was aiming for the one on the left there. Yeah, we didn't even have to, like, fully reload or anything. Look at that! Oh, my God. Wait. Okay. So, just bam! Okay. Oh, that I don't know why that didn't really shoot that much, but alright, you know what? It's working for us. We got that elimination, and that is some easy back-to-back limbs right there with this pistol. You know what? I definitely, you know, it's a little different because in the situation I'm playing a bot lobby, so these aren't real players or anything. But I could definitely see this being a really good weapon to use in normal matches because of the lock-on feature, especially through like trees and stuff. Like, let's say you're someone who likes hiding in trees, right? Maybe you're bush camped out or whatever. You could definitely find this weapon or, you know, fish it up or whatever else, and you could just kind of vibe with it, right? You know, you could just go ahead and shoot some people with perfect accuracy, and they won't even know what hit them, because by the time they actually get shot and panic build or panic run around or whatever else, you've already taken half of their health. If you're in zero build, you know, you've only taken around like 70% of their health or whatever else, but you've done quite a bit of damage, and I gotta admit, that is a very solid weapon. Now, I don't think you can put weapon mods on it. Yeah, you can't, but it is interesting to see how these Unvaults can still exist for these very unique weapons, and I'd love to hear in the comments down below, what do you think about this? And did you know the lock-on pistol was even re-enabled, you know, unvaulted in the game, or are you just finding out from this video right here? Anyways, there is another bot that was nearby who I want to quickly go eliminate. I have no clue where they really went. Are they in the bush? Nope. Alright, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to keep running until I find someone, so 1 second. Alright, you know what? I couldn't find someone, but I did find the AI over here, so I want to go ahead and do some damage and just kind of see how this works. So, you know, without the lock-on, it is a pretty mediocre weapon to say the very least, right? You know, it's got a little bit of like a curve to it. Sometimes it does work. It really just kind of depends on your aim. But I do gotta admit, you know, from just being able to shoot from a long distance like this, even though it's not the most effective weapon for these bots, it is still packing quite a punch. So you know what? I am proud of it. You know, I think it's definitely a good weapon to use in all circumstances. I just think, you know, especially when fighting bots, even though you can use the weapon, maybe don't. maybe use it on real players instead, because, you know, it's the lock-on takes a little bit of time and everything else, but I mean, you know, assuming you don't get lasered down by the bot, you can definitely use it, easy peasy. But with that said, you know, I thought I'd do a little bit of a review on the whole entire weapon and show you guys how to actually obtain it the easiest way. You can find it in chest, floor loot, and the whole entire supply drones and everything else. I don't believe you can find it in supply drops, but it is a pretty rare item, you know, it is something that you're mainly going to actually see from fishing. So if you really want to use the lock-on pistol, if you love that weapon, definitely pick up a fishing rod. You know, one of the places I would say to start your match off is around this area, because there's a lot of fishing spots, especially around, like, I don't know why that looks a little glitchy, but like around that part right there, that is definitely the spot you want to go to actually try fishing this up at the start of a match. But hopefully this video was informative, you know, got you interested in one of the items you may not have even known was enabled in the game. And until next time, I'll see you champs and champettes a little bit later with another video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and peace out.